Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to the Coffee Break Catch-Up series, where we take time out with some First Friday friends. My name's Amanda Ferguson, and during this series, I'm going to be speaking to and learning a little bit more about the amazing women who are part of the Secretariat's First Fridays network. So our normal meetings are on hold for now, so we're adapting with this series, and I've got my cup of coffee in my Glasgow mug from when I used to live there. And it just leaves me to introduce our first guest, the wonderful Lilian Seenoi Barr, who is the director of the Northwest Migrants Forum. How have you marked Black History Month?
You know, Amanda, to be honest, this is our first time ever to celebrate Black History Month, and I'll tell you the reason why. There's a range of issues and a range of views about Black History Month. And one of my view is that I see it as a tokenistic way to mark Black history. And our history is British history, it's Irish history. So I think people should engage with it on a daily basis to help educate themselves, to be able to understand what we mean when we say institutional racism exists, to understand what we mean when we say inequalities exist, and the history for the 400 years that we have, the Black people have been vilified. So we have never celebrated it. But this year, I thought it was very different, given the fact that the Black Lives Matter movement, given the disproportionate COVID-19 impact that it has on people from minority ethnic communities, particularly Black people, I thought it is important for us to use the platform and commemorate it, but highlight those injustices. So what we have been doing was, I spend a lot of time talking to Black people. Believe it or not, I don't really do talk a lot about being Black because of my work. I run an organization that is completely diverse. So I spoke to a lot of Black people about who they are, what they feel about themselves, what they think about Black History Month. We've had a lot of conversations. We have a human library where Black people came together to talk about their experiences and their hope for Northern Ireland as a society where they now live in. And we have a debate tomorrow, which it's part of commemorating Black History Month, and it's really engaging people in those uncomfortable conversations about race. And obviously, we cannot finish the Black History Month without the celebration of our culture and the beauty in it. So that's how we have been marking, and that's how we'll continue marking it.
Now, obviously, we're experiencing challenging times and the ongoing COVID crisis. And I'm just wondering, how has that had an impact on the work that the North West Migrants Forum's doing? You know, how are you adapting and getting things done, really?
To be honest, this has been one of the busiest time of my work. I do love doing what I do, but it has been challenging. It has been very busy. We do community engagement, which we want to develop relationships and contact with people from different backgrounds. Doing that online is a massive challenge because I don't really believe you can build a relationship or sustainable relationship online. So to adjust to deliver all our programs online, and that's what we had to do. Getting involved with supporting the community, because our community is very complex. We have immigration rules that discriminate when it comes to accessing basic rights. Being a person who is from a minority ethnic community, I do understand what it means to be a migrant in this country. So you cannot just access the normal services that people need. You know, we have a cohort of people who can't access public resources, for example, medical care, when it's already clear that we are the most affected by COVID-19. The anxieties, dealing with those anxieties of people worrying that if I felt sick, will I get medical care because I have no recourse to public funds? You know, being there for those people, being present.
And you yourself have had an increased profile this year. You know, you've been a strong voice for Black people. You've been amplifying Black voices, men, women, and children. How has that personally been for you? And just explain a little bit about the importance of amplifying those voices.
I'm not very sure about the profile, but but I think what has happened is I've continued to do my job. When I started the Northwest Migrants Forum, all I wanted was people to understand the injustices that people go through when they come to this community, to listen to our voices and act, just listen to us and actually take some action to change and to improve the outcomes for the minority ethnic community. So yeah, it's been interesting to get a lot of phone calls from everybody wanting to engage, wanting to listen. I think one of the positive is that we are now able to reach out to people who we never thought we could, because either the barrier was they were not engaging or not interested, or the fact that we didn't even know that they existed, or because we are not sure how governments sometimes work or how community groups work when it comes to partnership. So that has really changed the dynamics of engagement within our sector. One other positive that came out of it is the people themselves, the community itself, are now ready to talk. People have been very courageous. I think they've got this confidence that they didn't have before to engage with these uncomfortable conversations without being apologetic on how they feel. That's one thing I feel, that although we have been amplifying our own voices, I think the inner being of individual Black people have made such a difference. The Black Lives Movement has made such a difference for people not being shy, having that courage to speak up. And that has been really, really good to see. I was just grateful of the big support that I managed to find out that exists for Black people in this country. We are very quick at pinpointing the negatives all the time, and sometimes you forget the support that you have from ordinary people. And what I have been very grateful is the people on the streets coming together to show that we are the same, that they appreciate us. And what I was even more grateful is to see young people engaging in conversations and young people amplifying our voices, young people from this community, white, young, British, Irish people who are saying that enough is enough. We don't want to see a Northern Ireland that is divided. We want us to have an inclusive society. That has been very heartwarming for me, and to give that confidence to our own young people, our Black children, who now feel that they can hopefully belong to Northern Ireland, that they are no longer questioning their themselves or questioning that, do I have a right to be here? Will I ever belong? They now see that there is the light at the end of the tunnel, and that has been something that I have been very grateful for.
Few last sort of quick questions. What's one of the best pieces of advice you've ever been given?
My mom has always told me, never compromise your values and beliefs. That's the best advice that I've ever received.
And what's the best thing about being a woman, about being Lilian?
Oh God, everything. Women are amazing. We are strong. We use our handbags. We have so many clothes. We love makeup. We are people who can adapt to the situation. We multitask. We talk on the phone and work at the same time and cook at the same time. I think being a woman is everything. We can handle, even handling emotions, and we're not afraid of showing our emotions. We speak about it, but we engage with the difficult situation. We're always positive. You can have a bad day as a woman, but you will always find a way to get out of that bad day. And I know some people would describe women as people who whinge all the time. You know what? I like whinging. It helps me with my mental health. What's wrong with that?
You're in the right place, Lilian, for that. And just finally, how can people learn a little bit more about the work of the Northwest Migrants Forum and support the work that you're doing?
We have a really great presence on social media, and we have a great website. So if people want to engage with our organization, you go to www.nwmf.org.uk, or find us on Facebook at Northwest Migrants Forum. We are on Twitter, we are on Instagram, we're literally everywhere on social media, and we have up-to-date on information that we are on our organization and what we do.
That's brilliant. Lilian, thank you so much for helping sort of kick off the coffee break catch-up series, and thanks to everybody at home or work or wherever you're watching this for joining us. Please share this clip with friends and on social media using the hashtag First Fridays, and we hope that you'll join us again and find out more about other fantastic women in our community. Thank you.